Hello there, you're watching Bizworld. The National Automotive Policy NAP 2020 will incorporate 3 new advanced technology elements, namely next generation vehicle mobility as a service and industrial revolution 4.0 over the next decade. According to Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, vehicle technologies are critical development focus for today's global car makers to enhance vehicle safety as well as to make mobility more intelligent and environmentally friendly.
In this regard, NAP 2020 has considered all possible elements in the areas of research and development, participation of domestic companies in the local and global supply chain, engineering activities, capability and capacity building of local talent, enhancement of exports as well as investment incentives.
Earlier, the Prime Minister delivered his keynote address at the launch of the NAP 2020. He said the NAP 2020 also aims to enhance current policies while introducing new measures whereby a holistic industrial development policy would have to cater to the different needs and expectations of the various stakeholders within the value chain. Currently, there are more than 20 manufacturing and assembly plants in the country. NAP 2020 is expected to contribute 104.2 billion ringgit to the country's gross domestic product and create 323,000 jobs by 2030.
New technologies have emerged and are battle for industrialization.
Meanwhile, industry players opine that the NAP 2020 is looking at the future of vehicles that will be available in Malaysia in line with global trends.
Where I'm pleased is the fact that the minister said that they will take into account the current situation, and even the introductions of the next generation vehicles will be a step-by-step process, because if we are not ready, if we implement the next direction vehicles, it's not good for the industry.
Saya harap untuk perkembangan adalah sesuatu yang baik. Pertama, AP ni kita harap akan dikekalkan, ya, dalam masa NAP yang sampai 2024, 30, sampai tahun 2030, AP ni akan dikekalkan. Cuma kita mohon pada ketika ini adalah struktur cukai. Kita harapkan struktur cukai yang baik, kerana ketika ini kita bayar cukai yang terlalu tinggi.
On the development of the third national car project, Tun Dr. Mahathir revealed that the prototype is ready and currently awaiting for investors to bring it to the international market. He reiterated that the government will not invest in the project, therefore private investors are needed in order to realize the new technology that will be featured in the yet unnamed project.
We already have produced a prototype, but not exhibited to the public. But we are working on controls now to make sure that our car becomes sensitive to its environment and reacts in order to help the driver not to make any mistake. We have the capacity, but we need investment. Now the government is not going to invest, so we are asking the private sector to come in and invest and produce cars that are not meant only for Malaysia, but also for other countries.
The Malaysian Institute of Economic Research, MIER, expects further cut in overnight policy rate OPR this year due to the impact of COVID-19 on Malaysia's economy. Its chairman Tan Sri Kamal Saleh said the move would boost the country's growth momentum in the economy and provide ample liquidity in the market. At present, the country's OPR stood at 2.75% after a 25 basis point cut in January.
It will have some positive impact. That means more liquidity will go into the market, and since the income of a stream that might have been affected by the outbreak, this would be a way to release more liquidity into the system.
He was met at a media briefing on the impact of the COVID-19 on the Malaysian economy. Tan Sri Kamal added that the COVID-19 is under control in Malaysia and the government has done a good job in containing the outbreak. However, the country's GDP is expected to be lower by about 0.15% or 0.77% in the first quarter of 2020 due to the virus. United Arab Emirates-based construction materials manufacturer Smart Insulation Finishing System, SIFS, plans to invest over 200 million ringgit in Malaysia in the next 3 years. This is to expand the operation of its subsidiary Greentech Asia Pacific Sdn Berhad in Johor from waterproofing to fireproofing and thermal insulation plant.
Malaysia itself is a growing market. You know that the awareness of fireproofing, waterproofing, and thermal insulation is there. So at the moment, the rate, the annual growth rate in the region is estimated to be 15 to 20% per annum. But we expect to grow in double digits. Probably in the same region, same range, or probably a little more than that.
SIFS plant in Pasir Gudang produces about 150,000 bags of installation capacity per month, and they expect to double it to 300,000 by 2021. The company forecasts to achieve revenue of 82 million ringgit by 2021 and over 250 million ringgit in 3 years from its Malaysian operations. 80% of the production is exported to the Philippines, Thailand, Cambodia, Singapore and Indonesia, as well as Australia and New Zealand. That's all the time we have for Bizworld. I'm Nadia Azmi. Thank you for watching and keep tuning in to TV3.